Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Formula Trout Racing League. Tonight we'll be witnessing a title showdown in Interlagos. You're here about to witness history. You're joined here with me tonight, Christoph Bose. How would you pronounce his last name? Nobody knows. And also Milko Norris. I don't know why it says Milko, but it does. How's it going, guys?
Hello. Very well. I'm looking forward to this race today. The title decide.
Yeah.
I'm good as well. We're very excited for this race. Interlagos, one of the most historic tracks, so it's gonna be a good one.
Speaking of tracks, let's get down to the track facts. It's 4.3 kilometers long. It's going to be a 41 lap race. It's a very short lap distance, that's why. It's 15 turns, and we're looking about an average of 1 minute and 7 seconds to 8 seconds a lap. James May holds the lap records around here, so he'll be the one holding on to those tonight. He will be starting from the pit lanes, unfortunately, though, so he will have a bit of a uphill battle. But yeah, the standings, that's the one that everyone's got their eyes on. Paul Magza currently ahead with 3 points on his title rival Max Hammerlink, and this is the final chance here. Dave Southwood unfortunately out of the title shot, but can still hold on to a battle at second, at least, depending on Max's result tonight. And the championship battle between the constructors as well. Vermin Racing pretty much looking dominant here tonight. Odds are definitely in their favour. BM Racing can take the challenge tonight, especially seeing as the second driver at Vermin Racing unfortunately not being able to score points for them tonight. We'll probably talk about that later on. And Octan been creeping up throughout the season. They have a shot at the championship tonight, believe it or not. And all eyes on them. No bias. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking and give these guys a chance. What do you think, guys? Okay, I guess. I guess you're a bit shy. Do you want me to turn that off? If you, I trust you guys.
I think Max will do it today. He has a slight advantage. Plus, he also had a slight pace advantage over Max the whole weekend. Also, I have the need to correct you that actually Paul Magza topped James May time. Oscar did it too, but Magza was actually again a bit more than a tenth faster than May, so he is currently the lap record on this track.
Okay. Well, I guess currently, I mean, going by race and qualifying standards, nothing's been set tonight.
Yeah, it's still super close, but I'd still take, if I were to bet, I would put my money on Magza today.
I mean, I'm gonna back Magza just because I believe he's just able to clutch things. You know, you saw from the last race, he started from the back, and unfortunately, for Max Hammerlink, I think it was a connection issue, so it didn't really help him in that sense. But he just seems to be on the back foot all of a sudden and seems to switch it around. I mean, I think if we can quickly show people a little graph I put together, me and the boys, me and Alex Cochran, I believe, was the one who helped me. Maximilian Younger getting told off for not having his correct name as we come to the end of practice. What's the track grip at? Let's have a look. I'm at 98% track grip. Now some of that will carry over into the next session and give these guys a chance set some hot ones pretty much straight off the bat. But as the session progresses, you'll notice the lap times will get faster. Just under 5 seconds now before qualifying commences. And you can see all the drivers quick to get out of the pits. It's looking a bit dark around Interlagos. Is it a bit early in the morning to be having qualifying? So riding on board with Nico Anders. What is the issue that Nico Anders has tonight, guys? Can you explain to me?
What he has tonight, what the issue is.
Yeah.
He is, if you're talking about the team problem, he was signed by Verbi.
Yeah.
But apparently he was not released from DAC, or DAC. So technically he can't join another team before he left the other one, or before he was released. So technically he's still racing for DAC, which is an issue if Vermin wants the points he's going to score.
Yeah. Thanks for clearing that up for those watching. So, though he will be able to contest position, he will not be able to score points. And if you guys notice him, I'm scrolling around on the right hand side of the screen. I'm trying to find post-processing filter because it's just a bit dark. See if we can turn that up without crashing the game.
Post-processing filters are pretty high up. If you like scroll all the way up, it's like 2/3 down on the right side.
Yeah, I eventually managed to find it. Jesus. That's a bit better. It's a bit intensive on the frames, but we'll roll with it for now, guys. Let's hope it looks nice for you. Nico Anders setting his first lap around Interlagos tonight. Technically for Vermin, technically for DAC.
And we have the first lap times for Maxia 1:7.4. It's actually quite fast, considering that we are not even up at 100% grip.
Yeah, you're right there.
So I would predict them to top in the high 1 minute 6, so 6:9, maybe 6:8, because the theoretical time, or the best time that was put in the 2 weeks before the race, is usually 3 to 4 tenths faster than what can produce in one lap.
Okay.
If you know what I'm talking about.
A bit.
If you have,
I was concentrating on something else, I'll be honest.
Yeah. So I mean that if you have 2 weeks time, you sure do put in the perfect lap eventually. But right now, in the qualifying situation, you have only one shot to, at 100% grip, so replicating that perfect lap in just one try is very unlikely, so you usually have around 2, 3, maybe 4 tenths slower than your perfect lap. So that is what I mean with that.
I see.
So most people heading in now. As I said, Paul Maxia 1:7.4. Behind that Maxi actually with more than half a second. As Hellas Panos squeezes in second place, then followed by Maxi Winger. 1 minute 8:1. Hammerling, Kreuzapfel, Nico Anders, Hatsuni, Nieminen. I'm sorry. Janus Van Dijk, Pensonissi, K-Man, and Suprin Stoyan. We still have 15 minutes to go plus the overtime. So a lot of time to put in good laps.
So yeah, you're right there. A lot of people just completing their stints now.
Also, I should tell you from Carlos that you're flooring the throttle in your Mercedes safety car.
Yeah, I don't know how to stop that.
Okay.
As long as I don't initiate a gear, it should be fine. If I could cut the brakes, I would. So rolling with Maximilian Younger now, who's made a return. He's been absent for the majority of the season, unfortunately, and just after his win at China as well. So hopefully we can see him regain some of that success tonight. So can you just go over the corner cuts, or where people will be looking in particular, as Maximilian gets a bit of a slipstream there from the car coming out of the pits?
So that rather two rather crucial turns when it comes to cutting, extending, be it by on purpose or by accident. As you see now, the turn 7 exit is really easy to run wide, or also if you're wheel to wheel in the race situation, it's really hard to keep it in the line if you're next to someone within the white lines. So that is the first turn. The second turn being turn 2, which we'll hopefully see soon, because it's a left-right-left combination. If you want to carry the maximum speed, you always run really close to the limit all the time. So this turn was to release from the restrictions to help racing, to encourage racing, so no one is afraid to go on the limit there.
Yeah.
The last thing is or it's not really a turn, but the pit entry lines were also released from restrictions, so some people might cut across aggressively over the concrete there.
So we saw Maximilian Younger make a bit of a meal out of turn 11, unfortunately. Getting a bit too hasty on the throttle, especially seeing he was off track. Also coming into the pits now as he leads qualifying session.
Oscar Williams now leading right now with a 1:71, coming closer to what I suspected will be the pole time. A lot of people improving right now. Let's check the grid again.
Artu Niminen going 4th fastest with a 4.75, sorry.
Actually, are we at 100% grip already?
Could be.
Yes, we are.
Someone not got the maths right.
Well, everyone gets 2 or 3 shots at 100% grip right now, so... yeah. Oh well. Someone's actually off the track. Who's that? Albano Pensionisti spun at turn 3, now is being joined.
Oh. There's someone else spin there. Stoyan goes 10th fastest. Not able to break into the 0.7s yet. I keep saying 0.7. It's not 0.7. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's a really bad camera. Can you do me a favour? Sorry, just Google how to change the intervals on
On?
how to change the intervals. What's the hotkey change intervals on ACTV?
Or there's a setup panel, I believe.
There is.
Like a separate. There is a hotkey, you said.
There's a hotkey. It'll just be nice. Some all these hot laps. Jan van Dijk, here we go. Coming to the last sector now. Going deep on the gears.
Nico Anders actually spun at the pit entry.
I'm not catching any hot laps at the moment. Let's roll with Maxi again. Let's see if he betters his time. Oh no, Maxi! No! Why did we catch that? Cut to Oscar, who's will be coming across him shortly. Oscar.
Oscar's lagging as well. Or
Yeah.
am I?
I think I was lagging there. I'm too sure maybe Oscar was.
I'm curious to see how many people will be sent to space this race.
Yeah. So, speaking of going to space, David Halligan has a oh no! Halligan, what are you doing? Ah! I think it was Max Hamlin, wasn't it?
Panos also spun at turn 1, so a lot of people having difficulties finding that.
And just for the sake of everyone knowing, can you tell us the compounds people are on tonight?
I believe it is C2, C3 and C4.
C2's being the hardest compound, and the C4 being the softest.
Yes, the C2 actually lasts pretty long, so people from the back might want to start on a harder compound and switch to a softer later. While there's the front row guys who obviously want to qualify as high as possible on the softest compound, C4, maybe switching to C2 rather soon.
Oscar Williams breaks into the sixes. 1 minute 6.9. Will Max Hamlin be able to keep up with him? He's up on his time, but not by much. It's a good exit out through 11. Yeah, see if he can carry the momentum uphill. We'll have 2/10 off. It's not enough though, is it? Is it? It is! I've got the flipping halo hood up.
Pressed the wrong key, yeah.
It just
Max
comes up.
actually put in his personal best of all time.
Yeah.
Max Hammerlink, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good lap. It was a very beautiful lap.
So Paul Magzire now. He really needs a good lap if he wants to stand a chance tonight.
Let's see what Paul does.
All beans. Wanna give me running commentary? Do you wanna risk it?
Hey. Coming out of turn 1, 2 and 3, slightly slower, but nothing of significance.
Using all the track there. These drivers having to find the finest of margins to get ahead. Just doesn't look like Paul Magzar can do it right now, as he's still slow through the sector 1 and 2.
That turn was not ideal.
No.
Also, he snapped at the back, overcompensating. I guess you just go straight to the pits and try again.
Yep, you're right there.
In 3 minutes, you definitely only have one more shot with that time.
Archie Niminen, his teammate, on his lap. Let's see how he compares. BM really need their drivers pretty much on the front row, if not near, to stand a chance at getting the constructors tonight at least. I mean,
Oscar improves in second. I'm sorry.
no, that's fine, Oscar improving.
Only 3 milliseconds
Yeah.
of Hamilton time. It's a really tight package up there.
Maximilian Younger down in 6th at the moment. Unfortunately, that's where he'll be staying, as his time will be frozen. He will not be able to improve on that time tonight after not making it back to the pits. So Jan van Dijk, it's not too far off. Could he better that time? Enough 2 tenths up, he could have this. He could pit Maxi here. How are the other laps looking? Who's on a lap at the moment?
I actually do not know.
I know, it's really hard to tell sometimes, especially when the delta doesn't work. Thanks, Conus.
The Hammerlink is definitely on a slow lap, or on a not improving lap, as we only have 1 minute to go. So people starting now won't make it to the end. Won't be able to start another.
So Jan van Dijk jumps R2 and Maxi with that. Wasn't much in it, but it was enough.
Panos improving as well. As does Paul Magzire, only 3rd passes. He won't get another chance.
R2's on a fast one at the moment.
As Nico Anders spins out in the middle of the track. I guess this is the end of qualifying point.
Oh dear. Dave Southwood as well. Both of them.
Acho Neiman looking to improve by a tenth and a bit.
All eyes on Oscar now. So a little stat there. Current fastest time as Oscar transcends through time and space. I think that's him still on track. Thank God, he's still with us.
He's still with us. He's going to improve by 1/10 if he keeps it up.
So considering we used a different car last season, there's not that much difference in time. That's interesting.
And he's going to take pole by actually quite a bit. 1.5 10.
He does it. He
Wow.
does it.
that is some time.
We thought Max Hamilton had it there for a second.
Yeah. As again, it is super close. It's not these guys are all fast. The question is who can put it together the best. And it was the 300 millisecond ping Oscar Williams.
Yeah. I was gonna say he's got a bit of a sketchy ping, but it could be my end as well. I don't know. My internet just got repaired like a couple of hours ago. But yeah, how about that, eh? As qualifying comes to an end.
It appears Max Young is complaining that somebody joined the voice chat in Discord and he got distracted, as he says. Paul Magzire against Max Hammerling. Second place Hammerling was third place Magzire. Will be interesting to see how they handle turn 1 since Oscar keeps disconnecting. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Since Hammerling won't have a slipstream, but Magzire will. May be able to attack from the outside, so heading into the championship battle, it's going to be a tough turn 1.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not making any bold predictions just yet, but all eyes on these two in second and third. The lights go red. We're about to witness the final race start of 2019 of this decade. There's contact! I can't tell what just happened. Oscar has gone to space again. I think that might be a restart. I don't know. I don't know what I just witnessed, to be honest.
I don't know either.
Give me a second, sorry. Magzire is currently first, though. I think there might be damage to Max Hammerlink.
Oscar actually at the back of the grid tries to make his way. It looks like he's got heavy damage or he's lagging again.
I think I don't know. I think this
Hammerling is at the pit.
questionable.
He got Schumacher, but not by Magzire, instead by a lagging Oscar Williams. Very unfortunate.
I wouldn't want this race to be kind of, I don't know.
Hammerling is asking for a restart.
Yeah, I almost think it should come to that, and I think it should be done now.
Should Oscar be disqualified or held back?
Yeah, I think
Because he is
I
definitely
think it should be
lagging.
removed. I think it should
There are
be
more
removed from the
people.
race.
There are more people in the pits, I think, or is it just the?
Why can't I find Carlos here? I'm struggling to find his name. Where are you, Carlos? Let's bring him in here. Oh, I didn't even hear you. Yeah, I don't know. I think it should be restarted, or it should be brought to a safety car restart or something.
It's not really something we can control because that's like, well, I'm not really good to make the decision, but in my opinion, it should not be due to the fact that the lag, it was not a crash or something, that was just Oscar.
Was it?
It was
Is that
just
like-
Oscar lagging.
Just Oscar, that was not the server.
No,
Yeah.
I get you.
I think it is. I think it's. I mean, it would be unfair to everyone else if it was reset. I mean, sure, it is. It is unfair for Max, but I think it's just how it is. It's a hard decision, no matter what.
I think, okay, but something like that in the future, it should be like almost immediately a safety car. Just bring him into the pits.
You should restart that. Max just died for no reason.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It should be, I don't know, nullified, this lead at the moment.
Just restart it. My internet's fixed now.
I mean, that's not something in the rules that the races are restarted to one player. Like,
Races get restarted all the time, dude. Max will be
due to
absolutely
big crashes,
900
not
due to
one
900
crash.
Come on, you've got to admit there's some bias over this. I'm willing to say that Oscar should be disqualified for his lag. You know,
But he's out of the race. It doesn't matter. Oscar's out too. Oscar and Hamlin are both out.
you're witnessing live politics here live on stream, guys. You're not going to get this anywhere else. As Paul Magza is currently leading.
I mean,
will it be a controversial
there's
win?
no rule to restart.
No,
So Viper Polo is asking in the Twitch chat why the race is still on if we're going to restart. And I think that basically there's no restart that's going to happen.
doesn't look like
I think
there's
so
any-
too. I mean, it's
I
a
think
lag.
It was just
I mean, people have lagged in the past, and I'm like looking like that. Like, if I lag in the last lap of the race and take someone out, be it the championship leader or not, why is it different to this lag crash? I mean, someone lagged, someone crashed out. It's unfortunate that it's Oscar in pole position that lagged and that Max Hamlin was contesting for the championship was taken out. But why is it different to any other lag? Just for championship's sake. It's like saying, oh, to make the championship battle carry on for one more race, we give Abu Dhabi double points. It's not different from that if we say, okay, we restart now just because Hamlin is in championship contention.
It's not even that. We could have just brought him into the pits and let everyone repair, and then bring him back out and nullify this lead that's now happened. It's just about acting faster.
I mean, if we had a safety car driver, we could say, okay, we bring out the safety car and do 2 laps so he can catch us up to the back and then restart behind the safety car. But we don't have a safety car, and I'm pretty sure no one would have knew instantly how to react to that. So it's like nothing that is from frequent use in this league.
I'm sorry if I've not been following any of the battles in this race at the moment due to this heated debate that's going on. So, I mean, as you can hear, Christoph Bose has clearly been bought off by BM Racing, and his vote cannot be swayed. But yeah, you do make a good point. I can't dispute that. But I mean, these guys are pretty coordinate. You can tell them to come to the pits. They tend to be pretty good at that. But I guess this all comes down to us not having like some kind of safety car app, some fancy pants application that does this all automatically for us.
Hello, Jake.
Hello.
Jake, what's the word on the street?
Word on the street?
Yeah.
But we should carry on. I mean, now the moment has passed. we should carry on and start commentating what is going on stream, because right now we're not going to restart, not 7 laps into the race.
I mean, it would have had to have been a split-second decision. There's nothing you can.
Yeah, you're right. There's contact between Maximilian Younger and David Halligan, and Maxi goes off. He's. Where is he? Where's my boy? Get back on track.
Fighting against Panzisi. I don't know if he has damage.
Oh, there's a bit of argy-bargy going on there, though. Oh, it's a crazy one
As I
tonight.
note, the top four actually really close. As Anders goes side by side with Hellas Panos and goes actually quite easily past them. As James May dive bombs Dave southward. So battle between place 4 to 5 is really close right now. It's really on.
It's a good return for Hellas Panos, second at the moment, or well, third, but.
So
James May actually starting from the back of the grid is now in 4th position, so he's definitely on a charge, or he took advantage of some chaos going on lap 1.
So as it currently stands, I believe this stat is correct. Oh no, that's not the right one. Ignore that one. So yeah, Paul Magzire currently stands to win the championship if he finishes this race. He has enough points.
He is virtually champion because Max is out of the race and
Yeah, he's got a 3-point lead.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he's 3 points ahead. He's won the championship. What am I saying?
Basically,
But
I mean,
James May is about to overtake Hellas Panos.
My
The
mouse
DR
has
is
died.
open.
They're side by side.
Cyprus.
Hellas Panos stays ahead though. James
We
May will
got
get a second
DRS
attempt.
from Nico Anders, so that really helps in his favor. But May with the slipstream goes into the inside. They both break like slight contact, and James May makes the move stick.
Harsh racing around there.
Just a tiny push off the track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
James May now
A
onto
little
Nico
long
Anders.
Actually, I don't know what tires James is on, so. James is actually on C2, whereas everyone else he's fighting is on C4, which means he's going to have the tire advantage later on, and he's still charging up, which is pretty interesting. Might be able to fight for the lead later on in this race.
Yeah, he might be able to hold on to some of his records tonight. James May making it into the lead there. I missed that. Trying to be fancy.
The second place, not the lead.
Oh, yeah. Making it into the lead of second place. Get rid of that bit of graphic there. We don't need that anymore.
now the one thing to look after here is constructors, because with Hamelink out, BM still has a shot depending on where Nico Anders finishes this race.
Yeah, annoyingly, BM are the ones that have a shot and not Tan tonight. It should be a great success for BM, who've been with the league since the start, and unfortunately never had that constructors or drivers championship under their belt. So to get 2 in one championship, well, shows dominance, doesn't it?
Let me run the numbers real quick.
Dave Southwood. He's had a good season. Unfortunately, couldn't really convert it into a championship contention. But nonetheless, he's been one that everyone's been speaking about this season, and will be on people's watch list this Christmas. No doubt, as soon as this season's over, there'll be contract talks with a lot of the drivers. Southwood, who has really come alive this season. He's not really been, on podiums in the past. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think he just comes out with experience.
Definitely.
It's a large part of the game.
Nico Anders, unfortunately, not able to score points for Vermin, even though he's in the Vermin livery tonight.
Is he not?
He's not.
How's that work?
So he wasn't released from the AC.
Oh, Alex blocked it.
Alex blocked it.
So Vermin cannot score points is basically what you're telling me right now.
Yeah.
So Magzire alone has tied. They would tie right now with
They'd
just
be on
Magzire
wins.
winning this race. It depends on where R2 finishes. If R2 finishes in the points and Magzire wins, it's over.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to bring to your attention that May is not only following Maxire, again on the harder compound, but he's also closing in quite dramatically up to a second per lap, which I would not expect. Apparently the C4s are just dying on this track.
So speaking of C4s, let's look at the predicted pit stop strategy, sponsored by Trout something, Trout Services. So we've got the C4, the C4, the C3 and the C2 compounds tonight. As you can see, the softest compound lasts between 10 to 14 laps, whereas the medium, we don't know. We're guessing 25 laps onwards. It's a good tyre. As Anders makes his pit
Oh
tonight.
my gosh, that was
a mess.
What happened?
That was a special entrance right there.
He will definitely be losing time to damage there. To repair his wings.
James May on the rear now of Magzire. How long will this last? Who's going to make the call? Obviously BM will want to win in style. Paul Magzire definitely wants to win this. He's not going to take second place tonight.
Yeah,
And Paul
let's see
Magzire,
if he
oh, he
does it.
tempts him, he tempts him.
Oh.
Cheeky, did that cost him? That's the question. Mind games.
Yeah, but if you overtake into turn 1, the other driver gets the chance to retaliate into turn 4. So May now has it pretty safe, can gain some distance over the course of the rest of the lap before Magzire would have DRS at the main straight again. But I think Magzire is going to pit now.
Very strong race pace from May here, especially on the harder compounds.
Yeah, or the other way around, maybe the C4 are degrading really fast, so I think none of the others has hit yet, really. I think they're going to stretch out C4 to go back onto C3.
Over the
whereas May
season,
tries to extend. Yeah.
the C4 has burned off pretty quick, but around here I can imagine the tires were getting hot in testing.
Yeah, as Paul Magzire is the first one to head to the pits of the leading group.
He's already pretty much wrapped up the driver's title, but I think he's gonna need to win this race to secure BM. R2 is in 5th, but you never know what's going to happen. It's really close in the midfield right now.
Paul Magzire is down to 8th. Oh, what's this? He stops again. What's going on, boy? No! This is a disaster! This is a disaster pit for BM. Oh, if only we had the pit cam for this one. This is...
Definitely need a pit stop timer for next season.
Oh, God, yeah.
As he rejoins in 10 plays.
Wow.
That was a disaster, and this would have been brilliant for Vermin if only we'd had them competing tonight.
I think he either had the wrong... I guess he had the wrong tire compound selected when he entered the pits and had to like change the tires again.
Oh, God.
Or forgot to change the tires, or I don't know.
What
Something.
a crazy night! Oh, why does this always happen? I feel so sorry. I've just thought about what Max Hamilton's going through right now. He must be just furious.
I mean, you can never say, well, if Max hadn't crashed out, then he would have won because Paul made the bad pit stop. Because if they would have fought, Paul maybe didn't make the mistake. So you can never say, oh, if I was in this race, I would have won, because that's not true. By the way, what tires are we on?
What tires are we on? You should be telling me this.
Was Paul in the pits again? I think he made one lap. Paul made one lap in... Paul went to pit again for C4. Maybe he's going for the fastest lap and can get hella lot of points. Well, my English is done.
Yeah, but this is not good for BM's title chances here. They need 25 to tie, 26 to win.
R2 is right now in place number 4, which will earn him 12 points, if I remember correctly.
And Magzire is out of the points.
Magzire is, yeah.
Ooh. I mean, there's still a lot of racing left to do.
What just happened though? What just happened?
This makes no sense. There had to have been something wrong with his pit. He must not have had his pit stop ready, or...
He's had problems with pits all season, I swear. Those BM boys need to get his PC sorted.
I hope that he didn't refuel in the pit. Because that would be a DSQ. I mean, he's still going to win the title, but for constructors, that's bad.
He's back in the pits. He's back in the pits. Paul Magzire, this is the disaster way of winning championship.
Mirko Norris asked if he can be brought back into the commentators channel.
Alright. Yeah.
Or wherever he is.
Yeah. Tell him he needs to join the channel first, and then we'll drag him over. Oh, and Cyprian Stone's into the pits. Cyprian Stone, who's on to a good result at the moment.
Okay, so an interesting...
Alice Panos is... he's DSQ'd. No, he's not.
According to 1.93, drivers caught reversing within the pits will be immediately black flagged and disqualified from the race, which Magzire has done.
But it does not change the championship.
It does not change the championship, but it changes constructors.
It does. Even though Magzire is in 12 right now.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm confident in 21 laps, he could pick up at least a couple points.
What is this race?
I have no clue.
Oh man.
Just a question, why are people posting about reversing in the pits?
Because Magzire reversed in the pits.
Went for like a centimeter and went back like a centimeter.
He moved more than that, but he reversed twice in the pit lane.
Twice. It's
Nice and quiet, Carlos.
it's a
His mic, I
it's
think.
a kick then for Paul.
Just how Mags has to come to the pits.
Yeah, but oh, this is complicated.
He's last. Can he gain 16 seconds? That's the question. Can we just let him race to see if we can get that close and then remove him?
In all of this
Milko
confusion,
Norris. Sorry, Milko Norris is in Team Chat 1. You can move him.
R2's gotten up to second. He's 10 seconds off the lead, but as long as May doesn't have a disaster of a race like last time where he dropped 3
I'm back,
positions
sorry
on the
about
last lap.
Last race was it Sepang?
Yes, and James May lost 3 positions in the last 2 laps, something about his tires going off, so
Oh, he said was he lost a lot of positions even earlier, so he said he had bad internet connection. So let's see how it plays out because he's still slightly gaining. It were 10 seconds 2 laps ago, now it's 11 seconds. Also, he will be on the software compound later, so it will be an interesting finish.
I believe this is also K-Man's first time running in the points.
Oh wow, look at that.
He's in 9th.
Espinzonisti actually takes the fastest lap, or his fastest lap.
I didn't get a notification saying fastest lap, so I'm gonna call shenanigans.
Looking at that livery, who would have assumed Brandon's running in second place?
Yeah, I know, right?
Confused me for a minute.
Wow.
Brandon's got some speed.
His spin out on lap 2. I'm sorry, Brandon. I love you really. Come back.
Who currently holds fastest lap?
Why don't we find out?
It is actually Maxi Jünger with a 1 minute 9 and 4:18. Next up the road is
Quiet
Cyprian.
race.
No, wait. Next up is Cyprian's. No, wait. Hold up.
Just give it to me straight.
1 minute 9:6. Dave Southward is the next one. Yeah, it's Maxi Jünger right now.
Paul Magzire spent 46 seconds in the pit.
Honestly, I don't know what could have went wrong. Like, I'm trying to run through all the scenarios in my head of why you would stop so many times.
Maybe
I
he's
guess-
just doing the BM challenge.
I mean, it's possible to stop. He didn't have his stop ready, but it also seems like he panicked as if the car was like gonna refuel and he didn't want it to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, what's there in the pit? You're gone. That's it. I can imagine that he put on by accident the same tire again and then went forth and back and
Has
stopped
he
the tire
stopped
again.
twice or 3 times now?
I don't know.
He
He has pitted again. I think he double pitted once, went 1 lap, and then pitted again.
He's really far back now.
Christoph, can you come with me for a second?
Yes, sure.
He's doing the Brandon challenge.
I will have to leave in a few minutes. I have abandoned my iRacing teammate and he's probably crying. But I had to come in for this drama of a finale.
It's been very much.
What a way to spend the holidays.
God.
Hey, R2's running in second. This would be his best finish in hybrid.
True. 12 seconds off the pace, but yeah, you're right. I mean,
He is
James May
fast and
has to pit.
he's a very fast F3 driver, but you never know if that's going to translate over to the hybrid. Same with Oscar. They've both come in and been very quick.
There we go. James May pits. It's up to R2 now.
Assuming Magzar gets a DSQ, which isn't confirmed, all hope rides on R2 here to secure the double.
It will come down to wins then. Who has the most wins, and I think BM too. Oh, this is actually really exciting though. This is
That's true.
around.
Hamlin, he's only won technically one race, I think. Let me check.
Maximilian Younger was faster again. 0.2 this time.
BM would win on countback. They have 2 wins to Vermin's 1, but R2 needs to win this race.
Yeah, you're right there. No pressure now.
Excuse me. I mean, Brandon needs to win this race.
Yeah.
The hero.
Wait, I got this. Oh,
There's 2
R2's
impressive
pitting.
drives.
R2's pitting. I didn't realise he had to pit as well. Yeah, that's not happening, is it?
Doesn't seem like it's. You never know. Crazier things have happened literally in the last 25 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think so.
2 impressive drives. We have K-Man in 10th still in the points, and David Halligan actually running 2.7 behind Cyprian, which is an impressive drive for him. I know he put in a lot of practice for this race. That would be, I believe, both of their best finishes, assuming positions hold.
There we go, R2 with the fresher tyres should be able to make easy
So
work.
Paul now officially disqualified from the race, as he was asked to pull into the pits as he did.
Interesting development.
Magzai in the points, technically.
Well, he only gets the point if he completes, what is it, 75, 80, 90% of the race distance, which he did not, despite the fact he's being disqualified for reversing in the pit lane.
I mean, I need proof that I did not see it.
It was literally on stream. It was literally on stream.
I don't know, man. It might have been something on your end.
It was lag, I swear.
R2 making his way around Maxi quite easily with DRS.
Actually, I just read Hellos was putting on C2 on the pit stop, and he was put on C4 with low pressure, so he retired from the race.
Yeah, he was not too happy about that.
As James May
Yep, sorry, you on.
Yeah, as James May posts the fastest lap of the race with a 1 minute 8.861. Is now 6 seconds ahead of Nico Anders, so his tires may start to degrade.
And I was about to say, guess who's back in the pits again, as Paul Magzire finally decides to call it a day. We've only got 9 runners left in this race.
Actually, James already pitted, he's on C3, question mark?
Yeah, James is pitted, so he's...
Yes.
R2's
I'm pretty
pitted.
sure the entire front group has pits. This has been a race of attrition. Would this be the highest DNF percentage of the grid in Trout League history? It might be.
I also that definitely not expect if we have like 19 people registered for the race that only 9 end up finishing the race distance. Whereas we still have 12 laps to go, so let's see how many more we lose.
Yeah. Hey,
Well,
man.
part of that's on me as well. I didn't make it in time for quali. So we started with a few less drivers, I believe.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, some Milko Norris lost in before, and I think someone else.
Dave Southwood creeping in on Nico Anders.
Even though there's only a few drivers, they're actually not too far apart. It's not like James is completely running away with this right now.
Not completely, but he's building a small lead. So I think it is, as long as there are no mistakes or any other complications, that should be race. But Dave may be closing in again. At least he's closing in on Nico Ender. Had DRS in the main straight for the turn 1, 2 and 3. Half a second a gap, maybe 0.6 of a second gap. I think it's may not be close enough to make him leave this lap.
As David Halligan's also gaining.
Nico Anders actually.
Oh, shit. Oh god, no! What happened there? Nico Anders spun. Oh no, Nico, not like this. Storm gets gifted.
That promotes Jannes van Dijk up to a podium position.
Why do I always miss these things?
Nico has really trouble still, so his rear tires may be done, maybe overheated, rubber burned off. It's not looking good for him.
Going back to that Nico Anders spin, when he entered into that complex, into that left-hander, he did touch the grass. I'm just wondering if he like half lost the car and then tried to save it and eventually just spun back around. But he definitely dropped 2 tires into the dirt.
It looked weird. I definitely saw that too. He was on the with both his right wheels on the grass in turn 4. It looked okay. But on turn 5 he went very wide when Dave overtook him. He's in the pits. I wonder if he's putting on some crash tires or going to retire. No, he's heading back out again.
Yeah,
Even
I mean his tires would probably be dead from that.
Yeah.
And there's the closest battle on the track at the moment. David Halligan versus Cyprian Stoyan. We've got M Sport versus Octane Porsche. Both teams looking to gain as many points here tonight. Plenty up for grabs, more than usual.
Cyprian giving everything he can by posting his fastest lap. Actually 2/10 faster than David's last lap, but he's still within the DRS range.
So, we normally ask who's your driver of the day, but I mean, it's the last race of the season, so who's your driver of the season?
I mean, it's always hard to argue against a champion, but I would say Max coming in, not knowing where he'd be pace-wise, is definitely, I guess you could call it, he's raced before, so he can't technically be Rookie of the Year, right?
No, you're right there.
I would say he's definitely, I'd give him Driver of the Year, I guess, just because he's been such a surprise at the front of the grid. Everyone thought, you know, this was Mag Zires to win,
Yeah, you're right
but
there.
that definitely wasn't the case right off the bat, actually.
No, no, I'm not saying if it wasn't for Max, it wouldn't have been an interesting season. But Max definitely just threw a spanner in the works for Paul Magzire. Like I've been saying over and over again, we thought like Paul Magzire was going to run away with this after testing. He literally just dominated the test completely. He just wiped the floor. It's like, oh, is that how it's going to be? And we had some big names in the test as well. It wasn't like it was just nobodies. But yeah, Australia happened. James May, Paul Magzire, head to head, both clash. James May goes out first, and then Paul Magzire follows in the next lap, and you had like everyone in contention for a win. Obviously, Clank Hughes steals the show as usual.
I do feel we've been a little bit robbed because May is a very strong driver. He just isn't able to drive every race of every season. He'd definitely be a contender if he was able to drive every race.
You're right there. You're right, but
he's a very underrated driver. He's quiet, but he's always there.
Halligan making the move on Stoyan on the outside. Not quite yet. Tries the switcheroo on the inside of turn 5. They go side by side. Turn 6. As he moves on, Halligan made the move sick on Suprin Stoyan.
Can you confirm when Halligan pitted? He was on the fresher tyres.
I cannot actually. Oh wait, give me a minute. The S-Tracker actually brings a lot of information even mid-session. You can go back and see what driver did what lap times and can retrack when anybody pitted.
Halligan pitted 19 on lap 19, and you have Stoyan who pitted on lap 19 as well, apparently. So no advantages here. It's just down to pure pace, and it seems as if Halligan has that around here. Halligan now has. Well, look like his team.
Well, actually, they pitted the same lap, but they don't have the same tire compound. Halligan is on C3, whereas Stoyan is on C2.
Ah, interesting.
Halligan's had some serious pace today. I mean, I know he's on the softer tire, but that's an impressive performance.
Yeah, you've got to use that tire. You've got to... Oh, it's Cayman. Cayman being blue flagged. It spooked the bejesus out of me.
I definitely have to agree with you there that James being part of my team, I know he's really fast and he got a lot of bad luck and had a lot of races he couldn't attend. But if he's fighting, he's always up there. So yeah, definitely one of the drivers to watch if he's going to appear more frequently next season.
Yeah, I think a rivalry between James May and Oscar is definitely brewing. You know,
I hope Oscar does a full season. I think we could have at least, there's 5 or 6 worthy drivers. If they do a full season, they could realistically win it, which is probably the most competitive it's been in a long time.
When you think about it as well, we've now got another driver with another championship under their belt. So it's not only just Maximilian Younger now. There's another person in that stable.
You sleeping on Clank Hughes? Has the Clank won a title?
He's won a title, but he hasn't won 2.
That's true.
One in both hands, isn't it?
There's developing another group fight between Archie Janis Van Dyke and Dave Southward as they
Yeah, you're right.
fight for the last.
Yeah, they're quite
podium
close.
position. It's not super close right now, but could be the last 5-4 laps. Could be developing something. Quite looking forward to.
As the season comes to a close. Quite sad. This one went quick.
Yes, it did. Unfortunately, I didn't had a lot of time to race, so now getting into the management and casting this race and talking to the others, I got really hungry, so I may be appearing more often next season.
Yeah, it does that to a lot of people. Zartu has a bit of an incident there. A wobble coming through the penultimate section.
Meanwhile, Yanis, point 3, point 4 behind with the RS wide open. He's not going for the move now.
Line himself
Check.
up. Ooh, there's a bit of a flick there. Gives Dave Southwood a bit of breathing space.
Everyone struggling with the tires. Mano with 20-second gap.
Yeah, I mean, May could pit
Oh.
now and put on fresh tyres if he wanted to. This should be a great finish though for DAC Alpine if they can get second tonight. I think.
As Nico Anders just drags in the fastest lap. 1 minute 8.537. Is there a point for fastest lap?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because everyone else is outside the top 10, and I don't think any of those guys set the fastest lap. I think R2 set a 108. I don't believe that's the fastest, but he was in the 108s.
Put that.
Right now, as you said, K-Man running in the points. If he is to finish, he is indeed claiming some points for the first time this season. Also, he attended every race except for 2. The second and, which was it? Bahrain and Sepang. So he's pretty frequently there.
James May, if he finishes first tonight, he will at least jump up to 5th in the championship. I mean, that's nothing really, to be honest, to him at least.
Yeah.
That's still a great feat to have over the course of a very challenging season.
Yanis makes it past Dave. As Yanis in second place.
Yeah,
I think it's a pretty good finish for him, is it?
it is. It really is. But saying that,
Dave goes and comes back at him. Oh! They
oh
got-
no! Oh, Giannis!
I
Giannis,
think
my boy.
that was the podium for him. Dave now with a damaged rear wing. Remember they had contact. Now Achu on this.
And James May just like his car explodes. BM win.
Oh boy, here we go.
David Halligan. He's managed to find himself behind Stern. When did this happen?
I don't know, but they're pretty close. So they're fighting right now as well. Maybe Halligan made another mistake.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna follow
knows?
R2 and Dave Southwood.
Yes, so am I. On 2 of a second, will he make the move now? Because Dave will get a chance back at the second DRS. He does.
Oh my god, what is
So
it?
close, almost contact. Dave too far back to strike again against Achu. So
This could
that
be
was
it.
probably as long as Achu doesn't lose it.
Imagine if poor Mag's still here. Racing. What happened tonight? I don't have words to describe what happened.
It was crazy, and Stoyan goes back and forth in Halligan. I don't know. They're both side by side. As James
I'm
crosses
sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry I got distracted. But James May cruises across the line, and has only bloody gone and done it. As R2 comes through the last part of the track now, and I mean, what else is there to say really? It was a crazy one.
Hatru and Dave finished second and third, respectively. Janis for backsteering of fifth. Stoyan and Halligan hunt each other down the line, but it looks like it's going to be Stoyan 6th, Halligan 7th. Nico Anders 8th. And K-Man already 9th, being led. Well, that was definitely an interesting race.
Yeah. I couldn't have predicted that, to be honest. Even if I tried. But James May, I mean, I'm not saying he's a clear race winner, but he's always up there, isn't he?
Yeah, he's definitely fast. He also raced against Maxi and Ermis in the past, but he was really infrequent back then as well. I know him too. So he's been there before.
I mean, a lot of the people we wanted to talk to tonight, unfortunately, well, I'd say they were taken out or they left a long time ago. So it's a bit of a weird sensation tonight, to be honest, regarding the championship. But yeah. Overall, James May won. However, this season has been won by Paul Magshire of BM Racing. Vermin Racing Team have won the constructors tonight, and yeah, it was a very interesting conclusion to the season, I guess. Bear with me a second while I just do something. Is there anyone waiting for a interview? That's the question.
Yes, Maxi is, I think. Or at least Maxi Younger is in the waiting for interview channel.
Get him in here, I guess. Oh, I guess. Where is he? Can you drag him in, or do I have to?
I can't.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Hello there.
Hello.
How's it going?
Oh, I'm pretty tired.
Yeah,
That was a crazy race.
it was.
Really unlucky for me and Oscar.
For a lot of people, unfortunately.
A lot of people. Yeah, I raced, so I don't know exactly what happened to everyone. But yeah, I got like pushed off turn one, got taken out twice after that, so it was pretty bad in terms of incidents.
Yeah. I mean, it was a bit crazy to say the least. But I mean, you finished 5th overall.
Yeah, I mean, I think the podium was on the cards if I didn't have one of the later incidents. I would have, maybe gotten ahead because I lost about 10 seconds, which was more than enough to get third or second. But yeah, it is what it is, racing.
So Paul Magshire has won a second championship.
New champion, new double champion. There's two of us now.
Yeah.
There's a two multiple, but it's kind of anticlimactic though in a way.
It is really strange.
Both of them retired. he had a points lead, so I guess advantage him. But
It's a shame when it comes down to this, but I mean, these things
there's
happen.
it's we've had so many controversial championship wins, haven't we? It's not anything new. I mean, we'll deal with it, and he deserves it. Both of them deserved it to have a one because they were really strong all season. But yeah, it's great. He's a great driver. He really deserves it. So yeah, I guess that also hands him the Vermin Formula prize.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which would mean test day in the Formula Renault 2.0 car.
That is true. Thank you for mentioning that. But yeah, that's another thing for him to be excited about. But Max Hammerlink, I mean, you've probably spoken to him, maybe not.
Not post race, no.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
I'm 100% sure he's not happy.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think,
no.
There was some talk about restarting.
There was some talk.
Because Oscar had a really bad ping, and I think that's what caused it.
Yeah.
At least that's what I heard him say, because we were both in the same chat being teammates. So, I guess, I don't know, I can't comment because I have not seen any footage of, I was a bit further back, so I didn't really see what happened.
Yeah, it's a bit of an awkward one, but it's something we need to kind of look into next season as well, because we need to be able to make quick decisions. I mean, quick, unbiased decisions. Because I reckon we could have all just pulled everyone into the pits and have everyone just fix the car real quick, send everyone back out, continue the race.
I mean, it would be nice, but the thing was, it was only 3 cars out. I mean, it was me, Oscar, and Max. That's not really.
Yeah, that's the thing. If it is, I mean, it's quite a heated discussion. Even
it is. So I don't want to take a side because I think both points are fairly valid.
Yeah, no, I get you.
It's not Max Zaya's fault that Oscar lagged into Max, but then again, what's Max supposed to do? So it's like both arguments are pretty valid, I think. So, but yeah, I don't know. We can't really change it now. It's what's done is done.
Yep. But it was an interesting race. It was just a shame. It was kind of had some weight to it.
Well, I guess I'll leave you guys off then.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, and thank you for racing as well.
The whole season and Octan 2020 champs.
Oh yeah.
We will talk about that later.
See ya.
Bye.
There we go. That was Maximilian Younger there, representing Octan Energy this year. But yeah, so
we have Cyprian Stoyan also waiting in the interview channel.
Of course, yeah. Let's get our boy in there. Cyprian, my boy, it was a great race.
Yes, in point. I'm still sweating and shaking. I had battle with David half of the race.
Yeah.
Yes, I hope the TV camera was on me.
It was quite a back and forth between you and David.
Yes. We had a fair race also from him. We touch a little. I hope it's not a problem.
Good hard racing.
Yes. Thank you guys for streaming, for all this season, and for everything you do to make this happen.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Octan.
Nice one, man. Next season, yeah.
I can't wait.
Nice one. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye.
There's Cyprian Stone there, representing Octan Porsche. Put up a great race tonight. And where did he finish overall again? Sorry.
Cyprian in 6th and David in 7th.
That was it. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cyprian, he's always there in the points or thereabouts. But yeah, I think I kind of want to drag this out a little bit longer because it's the end of a season. I feel like it kind of needs to go out with a bang. But
Well, it definitely go out with more than one bang today, I'd say.
I mean, we're not going to do an awards ceremony tonight because we'll leave that for Minecraft. But let's just go over the results at least, or at least the top 3, where we had race winner James May representing Griffin Gaming. We have R2 Niminen for BM Racing in 2nd, and Dave Southwood in 3rd for DAC Alpine. And I unfortunately don't have one for the team logos, but you could just imagine, Griffin Gaming, BM Racing, DAC Alpine.
Though even that is a point of discussion, but I don't know if it has an impact on the championship. To be fair.
It'll have some effect on DAC Alpine's battle with Octan. I think DAC finished 3rd overall now because of that result. I'll just confirm that right now. Dave Southwood 3rd, sorry. Yep. Maximilian Younger 5th. Come on! Where Nico Anders, did he finish 8th? This could be
Nico
it.
Anders finished 8th actually. Yeah.
Oh! Okay, so
that
Octan,
is the scream of an excited man.
It's not a good excitement, unfortunately.
Oh.
But it means that Octan lose out on 3rd place in the championship. Let me just try and finish this off. So it comes down to just 2 points in the end. Octan.
That is the 8th place.
8th?
8th is 4 points, I'm sorry. Or is it? Yeah, yes it is.
Only Maxi and Oscar. Well, if only. I don't think it would have made a difference if Maxi got a fastest lap, to be honest. However, anyway, I'm thinking we're dragging this on a bit long, and we'll go through the awards at a later date. However, looking at this, I think James May got fastest lap, so nobody gets fastest lap award over the season because both Oscar Williams and James May got 2 overall. I don't know how to decide that one. Who got the most qualifyings? Let's have a look at that. I think it was Oscar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Paul Magzire. 1, 2. Oh, it's neck and neck. Oscar and Paul Magzire. Most race wins goes to Oscar with 3.
Wait, did you say
What?
Oscar has 2 fastest laps or 3?
2.
Because James has, as I'm counting, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah, he does.
With Brazil.
Yeah, but 1 doesn't count because
the first
out
one
of the
doesn't
top
count.
10.
Ah, okay. I didn't.
He technically wins it overall, then based on that, because it's the fastest lap. The point thing is something else.
Yeah.
James May wins the fastest lap award. Well done. Woo! Woo!
More or less official.
Yeah. But I don't know what else to say really. Well done to Vermin Racing Team for winning the constructors. Well done to Paul Magzire for winning the championship, the drivers' championship. Well done to everyone for participating. I mean, you're all winners at the end of the day. Some of you are more winners than others, but you know, I think there were some high points for a lot of drivers this season, and it was great witnessing it. Bring on 2020 is all I can say.
Yeah, definitely. I'm hungry for our next season. I'm hungry for the next F1 season.
Yeah,
It's looking to be a great year.
yeah, I'm really excited. But on that note, I think it's time to say goodnight.
Indeed.
I've been Kilgore Trout, and he's been Christoph. What's your last name again?
Böse.
Yeah, whatever he just said. Boozer.
Böse. Anything with this.
Yeah.